Guys, Texas, they do not want to deal with the migrant crisis. Texas has a lot of great things going for them. Austin is now one of the hottest tech cities. Dallas and Houston is getting a massive population inflow of businessmen. If we look at some of the sanctuary cities like New York City, Chicago, San Francisco, so many people are leaving. So many businesses are shutting down. Everyone is moving to Texas. Texas is like the new business hub of 2024. And do you think Texas wants to keep that up? Absolutely. So this is why Texas doesn't want to become a sanctuary state. They got to make sure the border is secure. Check this out. 9 migrants who stormed El Paso border assaulted National Guard troops, and while the caught on camera scene is now charged of assault and enticing a riot. Texas authorities have charged 9 migrants for the involvement, and National Guard troops, some of them were injured, but most of them are fine. Now, the charges on the migrants' face include a riot, damage of property over $2,500, assault on members of the Guard. Now, several migrants were charged, and some even were charged because they stomped on a soldier's knee purposely, and this is actually causing many of these migrants to basically have second thoughts from charging again. Right now, Border Control is really cracking things down. They do not want this type of scene to happen. If you guys want to check out what exactly happened at the border, there is several videos on X that you could check out on. The Biden administration is fighting tooth and nail to prevent Texas from securing the border. That's because Biden's border policy is an open border. And do you think Texas can afford an open border? Look at all of those border towns. Many of them are destroyed because of the massive amounts of migrants inflowing. Do you think those small border towns, which just have a few thousand people, can become a sanctuary city? You have people who live there for decades, and you're asking them to turn the border towns into an open border area, into a massive sanctuary city. You have to secure a border. This is the U.S. The U.S. is one of the biggest countries in the world, and it amazes me to see the U.S. have such lax border policies. And you got to have Texas stepping up. Imagine Texas didn't care either. Texas would basically be overrun right now. So Texas right now is literally fighting tooth and nail right now to prevent the border from collapsing. And frankly, they're doing a pretty decent job. And right now we also have the whole SB4 law. So what is this law? Basically, it's Senate Bill 4 in Texas. It could let Texas arrest and deport migrants who come in illegally. Now, this was blocked and it's currently going through the appeals process, but right now Texas doesn't care, and they still will carry out a lot of things. They still will secure the border. They still will arrest migrants who come in illegally. And Texas right now is literally like the wall. They are just trying to secure the border. They want to make sure their cities are okay. Seriously, guys, look at what's going on in some of the sanctuary cities like New York City, Chicago, San Francisco. They're all collapsing. Especially New York. They're going broke. So many companies are leaving. Rampant crime, theft, shoplifting. Is that a place that you want to live? Probably not. This is why places like Texas and Florida are so appealing for young businessmen and entrepreneurs, because it's actually normal and they're not playing the sanctuary city all day long. And look at this. The border fencing was breached in El Paso, Texas. Hundreds made their way around the wire. Guess where the majority are from? And this is what's happening. You could check out several of these videos on X. People basically climbing through these barbed wire areas and trying to break through. Right now, you also have the governor of Texas coming in and deploying nearly 200 soldiers in the Texas Tactical Border Force, all arriving in El Paso recently. Texas will continue to utilize all available resources and personnel to secure the border. They want to make sure Texas and also several of those other border towns are safe. Because right now, it's going to chaos. Texas right now is holding the border because if they do just let the borders wide open and have an open border policy, every city near the area will be overrun, right? There will be no law and order. There is a lot of migrants who want to come in, but they have to do it the legal way. And Texas right now is basically the only state holding in line. There are several other states supporting Texas and sending troops and money, but frankly, I got to give Texas a big round of applause. And many Texas citizens actually support this. They want their state to be normal. They want their state to be well off. They don't want to become another New York City, another Chicago sanctuary city where they're running out of money and going broke. So let's see what happens to Texas. One of the most interesting things going on in the U.S. politics area. But so far, I think Texas may be able to hold the line.